The first 2 years of freelancing, I was not at all serious. It was just a side gig. I was barely making anything. I wasn't even trying. I wasn't even seeing how I could actually make more on the platforms. I was just like, this is just something. If an order comes in, it comes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But then over time, when I started to actually see that people were interested in my gig, wanted my voice, wanted videos, then I became really serious about freelancing, because it is a serious business and you can make quite a bit of money with it. Also, as I said, in starting out at $5 an hour, I built that up to the point where, as I said, I have had days in which I have been paid $1,000 for just 1 hour of my work. 1 hour. Can you imagine if that would have happened consistently, like throughout your day, making $1,000 every hour in your day? Can you imagine that? Your whole 8-hour shift actually making $1,000. Like, no brainer, right? No brainer, right? So what is up, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to my channel. My name is Shenteria, and I want to give you a little backstory about me and in terms of the title of this video and what I mean by that. So here's some backstory. I have been a voiceover artist online for over 5 years now, and I started out at the very bottom. And what's interesting about that is the fact that being a voiceover artist, I hated the sound of my own voice. I literally hated the sound of my own voice, which you would think, like, how could you become a voiceover artist when you hate the sound of your own voice? When I was younger, I was very critical. I was so self-conscious, and because of that, I disliked my own voice. But then, so today, you turn around and it turns out that people actually love the sound of my voice, so much so that they're willing to pay me for my voice. I started at the very bottom and got up to the point to where I have literally had days in which a client has paid me $1,000 for 1 hour of work, voice over work. So that's some backstory about me. Like, and I actually had no idea how to do voiceovers, how to even become a voiceover artist, but with some research and consistently forking out good quality audio files for my clients and getting positive feedback, I continue to go down that rabbit hole, and it has absolutely done fantastic for me. So I'm really thankful that I made that choice. Now, after becoming a voiceover artist online and creating audio files for my clients from all over the world, the next step, or the next skill that I learned in order to make a lot of money online, is video production. So I am a video producer. I create animation videos, I create screencast tutorial videos, I create stock footage videos, spokesperson videos, a wide range of videos I create for my clients from all over the world. And it all started from me doing voiceovers. That was the first skill that I learned in order to work from home. And then it went from voiceovers and on to video productions. And video is definitely something that all businesses need, because videos are something that engage people. People are so much more entertained by videos as opposed to some words on a blog or a website. You definitely want to have video in today's day and age. So going from voiceovers to videos was a huge leap in my business, even though I've made, as I said, $1,000 for 1 hour of my time doing voiceovers a few times for my client. And so yeah, that's some backstory about me and my whole freelance journey and how it started and what it's come up to now. But I absolutely started from the very bottom. Like, I was making like $5 an hour just by doing voiceovers when I first started, and even a few videos I did. And it takes a lot of time to create videos. First you got to film it, then you got to do the editing, and just like with voiceovers, you got to record it first, then you got to do the editing. But it takes much longer to do videos, I feel, when it comes to video editing as opposed to voiceovers. There was a few videos that I created for my clients in which I actually just made $5, and that was just me starting out on the freelance platforms that I started out on. And so I wanted to have my price very low so that I can get some clients in first. So let me tell you the platforms that I've actually worked on, the freelance platforms that have built my business from where it was barely making anything to where I have it is now my full-time income. I make a substantial amount online as a voiceover artist, as a video producer. So the platforms that I use are Fiverr, Upwork, and People Per Hour. Those 3 platforms have consistently worked for me. And you know what, with People Per Hour, I am newer kind of somewhat on that platform. I only recently started to engage in that platform and putting in applications to make sure the clients can see me and get to my profile. But with Fiverr and Upwork, I have definitely maximized those platforms to make the most out of the gigs that I have on there. And let me tell you something, freelancing is not an easy road. It is not an easy road at all, because you have to be willing and ready to accept less money in order to make more down the road, because you want that reputation. You want clients that are willing to buy from you first, and if they don't see what you can do for them, or if they feel like your price point is too high, then they won't buy from you. You have to be willing to accept less in order to make more down the road. Just like, as I said, I started out making just $5 an hour, and it just went gradually up and up and up and up from there. In my first 2 years in freelancing, I actually wasn't even as serious about it as I am now, because I see what the potential there and what it has made me, the returns. But the first 2 years of freelancing, I was not at all serious. It was just a side gig. I was barely making anything. I wasn't even trying. I wasn't even seeing how I could actually make more on the platforms. I was just like, this is just something. If an order comes in, it comes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But then over time, when I started to actually see that people were interested in my gig, wanted my voice, wanted videos, then I became really serious about freelancing, because it is a serious business and you can make quite a bit of money with it. Also, as I said, in starting out at $5 an hour, I built that up to the point where, as I said, I have had days in which I've been paid $1,000 for just 1 hour of my work. 1 hour. Can you imagine if that would have happened consistently, like throughout your day, making $1,000 every hour in your day? Can you imagine that? Your whole 8-hour shift actually making $1,000. Like, no brainer, right? No brainer, right? Now, I will say this, that freelancing is not for everybody. The easiest route for most people to take is to work a regular job. Like, you have some security there. Although with coronavirus happening, there's not as much security as we thought there was there before, but it is a form of security for a lot of people. So freelancing is not for everybody. I'm not telling everybody you have to do freelancing, or freelancing is your only way. It's absolutely not the only way, but it has definitely worked out for me. But regular jobs work for most people. It takes a lot of ambition. It takes a lot of drive in order to freelance. You have to be motivated to every day want to step up and be like, okay, I have to acquire this client today. I have to get these number of clients today. You have to be willing and ready every single day. You don't have that commute to work. You don't have that clock in, clock out thing of where you're set for the day. You have to make sure you get those clients, otherwise you will not make any money, plain and simple. So freelancing is not for everybody. You got to have ambition, you got to have drive, you got to be focused and dedicated to making it work, to building it up to something that you have in the future. So last but not least, I will say this: if I can do it, you can do it. Because I literally hated the sound of my own voice when I was younger. Can you imagine that? To actually be proven wrong by other people that are actually willing to pay you for your voice, but you judge your voice when you were younger. Can you imagine that? I hated the sound of my own voice when I was younger. You couldn't have told me when I was younger that I would be actually making a living with my voice today, because I judge myself so much more than anybody ever could have. Nobody told me they hated my voice. I just decided I didn't like the sound of my voice. But when people from all over the world decided they wanted to pay me, and they heard my voice and decided, oh, I actually like your voice, so I'm gonna pay you for your voice. When that happened, that totally transformed my way of thinking. And it also got me used to liking the sound of my own voice, because when I'm recording the audio and then I'm editing in the edit room and editing those audio files for my clients, you hear yourself. So in hearing myself over and over again, I'm just like, okay, I see what they like. I actually see what they like. When at first I actually hated the sound of my own voice. So like I said, if I can do it, you can do it. But freelancing is not for everybody. A way that you can stay focused on your business is by building your confidence. Build your confidence in who you are as a person, and what talent, whatever skill it is that you have and that you want to put out into the world for people to pay you for. Build confidence in that. Be absolutely confident in what it is you can give and bring to the table, because people will absolutely be willing to pay you for it. Build your confidence, and I will also say to keep other people out of your head, because if you have a lot of naysayers, you have a lot of negative people around you who are like, oh, this won't work for you, like this is not something you should pursue, don't listen to it. Keep them out of your head. Maybe even get yourself around people who will motivate you and lift you up to where you need to be, to make sure that you're focused on building this into something substantial, because you will have a lot of negative people that will say things, but don't worry about it. Keep them out of your head and keep positive things in front of you and in your head. Also, you must know that with freelancing, it is learning a new skill. And this skill isn't just like any skill that's, could do and then it's something that people don't actually want or actually aren't interested in paying for. You want to actually develop and acquire a skill that is always in demand. Always in demand is the key to actually having a skill that will continuously bring in new clients for you and become something substantial. But you actually have to have a skill that is always in demand. That is absolutely key, because coronavirus happened, right? So a lot of people are out of work. A lot of people actually aren't even at work yet still. So many people on lockdown at home. What were you doing? Were you trying to learn a new skill so you can actually make money while you're at home? Or were you just saying, well, I'm actually ready to go back to work, like the world needs to open back up again? A lot of people were just waiting for that to happen. Whereas for me, the past 2 months during the coronavirus, during COVID-19, have been 2 of the best months in my business, because I work from home. So business does not stop flowing for me. The money doesn't stop flowing. It continues to flow. A lot of people that work at brick and mortars, their money stopped. I work from home. I freelance. My clients are all online, so they can come directly to me. We don't have to see each other face to face. We don't have to be in person. So the money kept flowing in my business even more so for some reason during coronavirus. So learning a new skill that is always in demand is absolutely something that will help you long term. If you stay focused on that, it can absolutely work out for you. So you've had enough of my ranting and raving, and in all of that, I'm just saying that I'm trying to build you up or help you get something that is substantial for your future, so that you don't have to feel like you're either struggling, you don't have to feel like, well, you got to wait for the world to open back up in order to actually make income, because like I said, 2 of the best months of my business, honestly. Hopefully this video did something to instill some form of confidence in you, to let you know that you can absolutely pursue your goals and your dreams, because like I said, I hated sounding my own voice, but now because I kept pursuing something that looked like there was potential there, I kept pursuing it and getting better at it and getting better at it. Now I've acquired skills that are always in demand, so I consistently make money. So I'm just letting you know that this is a skill that I've acquired, and you can acquire skills as well to build yourself a freelance business online. So if that helped you to understand that and comprehend that, then that's fantastic. Give me a like. Don't forget about that like. Also, comment below about what your dream is, or what your dream job is. What is the skill that you want to develop to actually make money for, or what is the skill you already have, but you need to know how to actually make money with it. Comment below and let me know what that is. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.